Hello. Now, before anyone goes and assumes that I've just cheesed the D3 for win points, we actually did walk quite a number of steps. That's almost 5,000 steps right there. I walked around a whole bunch, and then when I came back, I had lunch, and I shook it more. I can't think of a third word that rhymes with bunch right now. Anyway, we got like 2 health waves, and neither of them had any partner Digimon. They were both just Death Meramon. Why is it always Death Meramon? And why can't I get any Digimon? I've walked almost 25,000 steps. You'd think that by now I would have had something else other than Gerald and a plant. I mean, I guess that's a bad attitude. Classic me. I should be happy that I have Gerald in a plant, especially a Gerald that can now digivolve into their final form. You want to see? Come on. Hey. Oh. Fight it out, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. This is like an intro for one of the intros for Dragon Ball, and Lily, it got stuck in her head and she hates the song, and then she got stuck in my head and now it's stuck in her head again. It's just a bad situation. Well, yeah, we had a good time. One of my clients for my paid work, they skipped out on me this weekend, which sucks because I'm losing money that at this point I desperately need, but I got a day off. I just kind of sat around playing Monster Hunter with Gerald. It's the new one on the PS4, the Monster Hunter Worlds. And every time I try to play that one, it's like, it takes like a minimum of like 20 minutes to defeat a monster. And then something stressful would always happen, like suddenly, magically, someone would need my help with something, and you can't pause that game. You can't pause it! So it's like, well, I guess I'll just die in the game and never play this game again. And that happened like 6 times in a row, and I'm just like, God, man, I love this game so much, but now I'm actually have got like a stigma with it. Like, I get stressed out when I think of Monster Hunter now. What? Oh, hey, look, everyone, it's Ogre Mon, or at least one of his ugly cousins. Yeah, that's right, Gerald. You're not ugly at all. Look at that face. Gross. Whoops. I did not mean to just throw out regular old basic fighting fish, Gerald. Oh, okay, well, you know, I really wanted to we're not even going to be able to digivolve out to Max on this one because we're going to destroy him before we get to Max. Wait, can we... Wait, we can choose who to digivolve to? Oh, we can warp digivolve! VIKEMON, let's go! So cool. Oh, he just went straight up there. All right, wouldn't it suck if and then next we didn't get to hit? There we go. What was that noise? And what were those things? A bunch of small Christmas bulbs? Yeah, I would also be felled by the notion that someone is throwing Christmas decorations in a month in which it is not Christmas. VIKEMON, you nasty! Let's check his stats, okay? I want to show you his stats. HP is 4, and then up to 6, and then up to 7. So, not much of a jump there between Zudomon and VIKEMON, but attack we surely 1, 2, 4, and 4. Well, at least he's got a cool shield and a mace. What about you, Palmon? You've got 6 out of 15? Yeah, I'm sure we could fight legitimate battles from legitimate steps. Before next time, yeah. See me after class. Man, it's been like a requirement to digivolve in just about every one of these fights because they're throwing champion, sometimes ultimate Digimon at us. But in the end, the difficulty does not lie in the combat, but rather getting a partnered Digimon. What do you gotta do? I don't want to look up a guide. Don't tell me, I won't read the comment. I won't do it. Because I want to do this for myself, okay? I want to know where to get, like, Meikumon or Zubamon. I want to get those guys. I really want Agumon and Gabumon, which is a nice segue into today's drawing. The sketch asked, draw Dark Agumon and Gabumon, please! And I assume by dark they mean, you know, the ones that will digivolve into Metal Garurumon Black and like Skull Greymon or whatever. There are actually like Black Agumon and Black Gabumon, but you know, they're like virus attribute versions of their normal selves. That's a different thing. I'm basing this assumption off of their earlier comments where they had been saying like draw them going through a phase, which is I believe what maybe I had referred to it as that at one point. But yeah, let's draw some naughty boys. I don't know where to draw it now. All we have are like the outskirts of these pages. We could draw them over here, but then when in normal recording, you won't really see the full thing, huh? Well, I guess like for the next few episodes, I'll just push it over here so you can see it. It'll be fine. We don't have to put it to the side. We can just put it right in here. We'll do what we did before and start kind of filling in these gaps, and eventually it'll just become this fun thing to look at. All right, so we have Gabumon and we have Agumon, and then a bonus Koromon looking a bit concerned. Because, you know, perhaps Koromon used to look up to these two, and then, you know, they listened to one too many ICP albums. I'm not Sure, I'm also not interested in drawing a clown Gabumon. Was trying not to make him look like a floppy-eared dog, but I also didn't want his ears to be all up and perky because, well, you know, he's gone through a phase. He needs some help. He needs some counseling, some kind of a father figure that can reach out and help him be a good Gabumon. Someone better than Matt/Yamato anyway. My goodness, Matt/Yamato, I dislike them so much. But I think that was the point in the series. I don't know. I could be wrong. I've been wrong about people's general opinion of people in anime many times before. Listen to me saying people like they have rights. But like, for instance, in the series Dragon Ball, I did not like Trunks. I found out like only recently that like when Trunks came out as a character, everyone was like, and that's fine. I don't know, I just never liked him. I don't like the way that he just popped up out of nowhere and just like wrapped up the plot hole all up in one thing. I actually, if you've been watching the new series of Dragon Ball Super, I actually do enjoy the current Trunks saga Trunks. The one that has blue hair, you know, that one's okay. He's interesting and nice. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, I do not like Matt at all. Is that how we all feel, or am I wrong again? Is my opinion bad? Do I need to get another opinion? I actually like drawing lizards. I've seen so many people whenever they open up commissions for things, they're like, no armor, no reptiles. And I get the armor part because it's just like way more lines. You're basically spending the time equivalence of like 2 characters at once. So it's like, I guess it's just easier to say no armor instead of being like, okay, I'll do armor, but I'm going to charge you twice as much, because most people don't believe artists when they're like, you don't realize what this kind of stuff translates to time-wise. And so it's maybe just easier to say no armor. I like drawing lizards. There was a couple pages in this very sketchbook actually where I was practicing drawing like reptilian type people, because I actually had received a commission a while back where someone was like, yeah, draw me like this space lizard dude, and it was frankly like the first time I had ever drawn like a reptilian type person, and I was nervous, but I really put in the research, the time to research, you know, the way to do that, because as an artist that's what you're supposed to do, right? Again, do we need to have that conversation about how it's okay to look at reference? I mean, come on, man, that's like saying I'm gonna make lasagna, and then you're like, I remember that this is kind of what lasagna looked like, and then it ends up being basically macaroni, but it's flat. You look up a recipe, you know? If you've never made something before, you look up a recipe. Simple concept, yeah? Some people just get so weird about looking at reference. They're like, oh my god, you can't draw this from memory? Oh my god, you need help? Oh, he's showing weakness! Get him! But it's not like that. It's not supposed to be like that at all. What was I talking about this for again? Oh yeah, lizard people. I like drawing lizard people. You know, the entire reason I brought up this conversation was because I was going to say, never forget the little lizard ear. I took a very long conversation to tell you to not forget the lizard ear. I feel like I should apologize. And lest we forget Gabumon's ever-important colorations all across his body. They're hard to remember. I'm gonna have to actually look at like a picture. Like that, and then a thing that swoops around like this, and then some stuff that comes up like this. Like that. Ooh, he's looking pretty feisty. And he kind of just looks like a member of the band Kiss. And then Gabumon's got this weird, like, egg thing on his stomach. What is Gabumon's deal? He's a beast Digimon, but he's very much got these kind of, you know, undeniably lizard-esque features. If you look at him, you know, under the pelt, still looks a bit like Agumon when it comes to, you know, the paunch and whatnot. I want to know what's going on. Okay, we didn't draw the Koromon first, so we're gonna have to draw them a little further back so we don't have it overlapping. And oh, like always, I'll go ahead and do some shadowy hatchy down this way, under their chins and whatnot. If there's any small amount of shade work that you want to put into a drawing that's not that intense, but is, you know, fairly effective, just put a little bit of a shadow under the neck. It's usually not that big a deal. Oh no. There's no neck. Okay, we'll just pretend like the ear's the neck and see if maybe that works. Yeah, sure, that works. Lastly, after all, since it is the most defining characteristic of the dark line Agumon and Gabumon, I want to go over this in complete mask black. I think that's very important to convey things. Also, it helps distinguish between Gabumon's blue part of his pelt and his eyes here. Oh, I made his little... Okay, he just looks more like he's in the band Kiss. Dry already! And it's not all the way erased. Finally, it might actually be good in this one instance to go over the outside lines here with a darkness to kind of separate the two drawings. I mean, Lord help me if I mess up. Oh, look at this. Hey, I'm doing it. I'm doing it! Anyway, there. Doesn't look too unnatural, and you can definitely see the separation of the two pieces of art. art. That's all for today. I'd like to say I could promise that we'll be able to get to the next boss area before tomorrow, but like, who knows what the day holds? Who knows if while eating lunch I'll be willing to shake it? So for now, I can at least say that we'll be able to see Lilymon's Mega Evolution, probably Rosemon, because they only have like 6 more win points to get. No, wait, it's like 8. But either way, I'll do it. And then we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming by. Have a good one.